Hello, friends. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to our channel, Treasure Town. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot. It helps this channel grow and allows us to continue bringing you fascinating stories hidden inside ordinary coins. Friends, let me ask you something. Have you ever imagined that a small, ordinary-looking coin could change someone's life? A coin you might have ignored, spent, or dropped into a jar without a second thought. Believe it or not, there are coins that were once worth just a few cents, forgotten by almost everyone. Today, some of those same coins are worth thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, even more. If you have never heard stories like this before, stay with me, because today's story may completely change the way you look at your pocket change. Let us travel back in time. Sometimes the smallest objects carry the largest stories. A simple coin that once passed quietly from hand to hand can hold within it the memory of an entire era. The 1930 no-mint Mark Lincoln wheat penny is one of those coins. At first glance, it appears ordinary, just another small copper coin that millions of Americans used in their daily lives. But when we look closer, this humble penny becomes a doorway into a dramatic period of American history, a time filled with uncertainty, struggle, and change. To understand the significance of the 1930 penny, we first need to step back and look at the world in which it was created. The Lincoln cent itself was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln. Before that year, American coins rarely featured real historical figures. Instead, they typically displayed symbolic images like Lady Liberty. But in 1909, the United States Mint decided to do something different. They placed the face of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in American history, on the front of the 1-cent coin. The design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. His portrait of Lincoln showed the president in profile, facing to the right, with a calm and thoughtful expression. Above Lincoln's head appeared the word liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust" curve along the top of the coin. The year of minting was placed just below Lincoln's shoulder. On the reverse side, Brenner created a design that would become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. Two wheat stalks framed the words 1 cent and United States of America. Because of those wheat stalks, these coins became known as wheat pennies. This design remained in use for nearly 50 years, from 1909 until 1958, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coin history. By the time the year 1930 arrived, the Lincoln wheat penny had already been part of American life for more than 2 decades. People had used these coins during World War I, during the roaring economic boom of the 1920s, and now they were using them during one of the most difficult economic periods the country had ever faced. The year 1930 fell right in the early years of the Great Depression. The stock market crash of 1929 had sent shockwaves through the American economy. Businesses collapsed, banks failed, and millions of people lost their jobs. Families struggled to survive. Every penny truly mattered during those years, and the small copper coins produced by the U.S. Mint became an essential part of everyday commerce. Even though the economy was struggling, the Mint still needed to produce coins for circulation. Money was constantly moving through the economy, and worn coins had to be replaced with new ones. In 1930, the Philadelphia Mint struck the version of the Lincoln penny that carried no mint mark. In the United States coin system, coins made in Philadelphia traditionally did not display a mint mark during that era. Coins produced in other mints, like Denver or San Francisco, used small letters such as D or S to identify their location. Because the Philadelphia coins had no mint mark, collectors today refer to them as the 1930 no mint mark Lincoln wheat penny. During that year, the Philadelphia Mint produced more than 157 million of these pennies. At first glance, that may sound like a huge number, and in many ways it was. But compared to some other years in American coinage, it was actually a moderate mintage. These coins were made primarily from a bronze alloy composed of about 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Each coin weighed approximately 3.11 grams and measured about 19 millimeters in diameter. Their warm reddish color came from the high copper content, and when freshly minted, they had a bright, shiny appearance. However, very few coins stayed shiny for long. As the pennies circulated through countless transactions, they slowly darkened and developed the brown tone that collectors often see today. Imagine one of these coins leaving the Philadelphia Mint in 1930. It would have been freshly struck, its details sharp and its surface glowing with a reddish copper shine. From the mint, it would be packed into bags with thousands of other pennies and shipped to banks across the country. Soon it would begin its journey through American life. Perhaps it was handed to a shopkeeper in exchange for a loaf of bread. Maybe it was given as change after someone bought a newspaper. It might have been dropped into a child's piggy bank or saved in a jar by a family trying to stretch every dollar during the Depression. Each coin had its own silent story. The 1930 penny also reflects the craftsmanship of the United States Mint during that era. The Lincoln portrait remained sharp and recognizable, and the wheat stalks on the reverse side created a balanced and elegant design. Collectors today often examine certain details to determine the condition of these coins. On the obverse, they look closely at Lincoln's cheek, jawline, and hair. On the reverse, they examine the wheat stalks, especially the fine lines within the grains. Coins that circulated heavily over many years tend to show wear in these areas. The details become smooth and flattened as the coin passes through thousands of hands. But occasionally, a coin survives in remarkably good condition. Some 1930 pennies were stored away soon after they were minted. Perhaps someone saved them in a coin collection, or maybe they were forgotten in an old drawer or coin jar for decades. When collectors discover such coins today, they can be in uncirculated condition, meaning they show little or no wear from circulation. These coins often retain much of their original mint luster, the soft glow that appears when light reflects off the microscopic lines created during the minting process. The value of a 1930 no-mint mark penny depends heavily on its condition. Common circulated examples are usually worth a small premium over their copper value, but they still attract interest from collectors who enjoy building complete Lincoln wheat penny sets. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can be worth significantly more, especially if they display strong details and attractive color. Color is actually very important for copper coins. Collectors often classify them into three categories: brown, red-brown, and red. Brown coins have darkened over time due to oxidation. Red-brown coins retain some of their original copper color, mixed with darker tones. Red coins, which still show most of their original mint color, are the most desirable and often the most valuable. Because copper reacts with the environment, it becomes increasingly rare for coins from 1930 to remain fully red after nearly a century. The 1930 penny also holds interest for collectors who search for small variations and minting quirks. During the minting process, coins were struck by heavy dies that pressed the design into blank metal discs called planchets. Over time, these dies could wear down, crack, or develop small imperfections. When that happened, those imperfections sometimes appeared on the coins themselves. Collectors today sometimes find 1930 pennies with small die cracks, minor doubling in the lettering, or other subtle variations. While most of these are not extremely rare, they add another layer of fascination to the coin. Another interesting aspect of the 1930 penny is how it fits into the larger timeline of American coinage. The early 1930s were a period when coin production was influenced heavily by the economic situation of the country. As the Depression deepened, demand for coins dropped in some years because fewer transactions were taking place. This led to lower mintages for certain coins during the early 1930s compared to the booming years of the 1920s. Yet despite the economic hardship, the Lincoln wheat penny remained a constant presence in American life. People relied on these coins every day. A single penny might not have seemed like much, but during the Depression, every coin counted. Children could buy small treats for just a few cents. Newspapers often cost only a penny. Streetcars and small purchases relied on exact change. So the penny played an important role in daily transactions. Over the decades, many of these 1930 pennies disappeared from circulation. Some were lost, others were melted down for their metal, and many simply wore out after years of use. But thousands still survive today, waiting to be discovered in old collections, coin jars, and estate sales. For coin collectors, finding one of these pennies can feel like uncovering a tiny piece of history. Holding a 1930 Lincoln wheat penny is like holding a connection to the past. That small copper disc may have passed through the hands of people who lived during one of the most challenging times in American history. It might have been carried in a worker's pocket during a long day of labor. It could have been saved by a child during the Depression, carefully placed into a small savings jar with hopes of buying something special. Coins are different from most historical artifacts because they were meant to circulate. They were designed to move constantly from person to person. Because of that, each coin becomes a silent witness to history. Today, collectors continue to search for coins like the 1930 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, not just for their value, but for the stories they represent. Some collectors try to build complete sets of Lincoln wheat pennies from every year and mint. Others specialize in finding the highest quality examples possible. And some simply enjoy the thrill of discovering an old coin that still carries traces of the past. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series ended in 1958 when the design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial Reverse. But by then, the wheat design had already become an iconic part of American coin history. Even now, many collectors consider wheat pennies to be one of the most beloved coin series ever produced in the United States. And among them, the 1930 no-mint mark penny stands as a quiet reminder of a difficult yet important era. It may not be the rarest coin in the series. It may not be the most famous, but it represents something just as meaningful. It represents everyday life during a time when every coin mattered. So the next time you see an old wheat penny, take a moment to look at the date. If you happen to find a 1930 with no mint mark beneath the year, you might be holding a coin that traveled through nearly a century of history. A small copper witness to the lives, struggles, and hopes of the people who once carried it. And sometimes, that simple story is what makes a coin truly valuable.